It's time for What Drives Reno, presented by the National Automobile Museum in downtown Reno. Here's your host, Phil MacDougall.
Welcome to What Drives Reno, the show where every journey has a story, every leader has a passion, and every week we discover what truly drives our community. This is What Drives Reno, and I'm your host, Phil MacDougall. This show is made possible by the National Automobile Museum here, located at 1 Museum Drive in Reno, Nevada. We're going to jump right into it with our first guest today, because there's just no nonsense with this man. He wants to get right to it. A dear, dear friend, Mike Norman.
Good morning, Phil.
We did a crowd. Shay.
Yeah, well, there
Those
you go.
are terrible sound effects.
Yeah.
Jasmine, we got to work on that.
We do.
Mike, welcome to the show. We've had you on in the past, but
Yes.
the millions of viewers or listeners we have, by popular demand, said, get Mike back. You got a big
I'm
thumbs
back.
up on that.
I
and
am
you're
back.
You got to do that in the Arnold voice. I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back. Okay,
That's
Mike,
right.
so for those who I can't understand, don't know you in this community, tell us what you do, how you're associated with museum, and anything else you'd like to share that's G-rated.
All right. Well, I moved to Reno in 1999. I retired here in 2018 from a career, and right after that, I began volunteering at the National Automobile Museum, and have been a part of that ever since. My role there has expanded from being a volunteer at admissions and in the retail store to a point now where I'm the volunteer outreach person, trying to recruit new volunteers, people who are interested and like to know what we offer for them.
And on top of that, you are in the lead by far for getting new memberships at the museum.
That's probably because of my past sales experience.
But you got that personality. It's really welcoming, and it makes a big difference. So thank you for everything.
I reach out to people when they come in, because the museum, people come, I'm there on the weekends typically, they come from all over the world. But as you might imagine, they come locally. So I make it a point when they come in to welcome them and ask where are they from. And it opens up a conversation. Number one, I find out who's local. And by the way, local here is Susanville to Elko, Dayton to Placerville, because people come to Reno all the time for various reasons. And I also express to them about the fact that we're changing many of the exhibits anywhere from 90 days to 6 months. We have fresh things there all the time, and we've become a major event center, and I let them know that with their local, and that's what causes them to want to be a member.
Drop the mic on that one. I couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah.
Get that tie-in. Drop the mic.
Yeah, I got that one.
Bad.
I have to get up off the floor now.
Yeah. All right. So, Mike, tell me, because people don't know, and actually I want to just preface it by this. People don't realize we're open almost every day of the year except for 3.
That's right.
Our memberships, we'll get into that, are very affordable. But most importantly, if there's people who are listening right now, you're looking for something to do, you've retired, you're part-time, you're looking to get involved, but the number one thing I get when people, after they join us, they go, you know what I was concerned about? I go, what? I'm retired. I'm finally retired. I don't want to make a commitment that I'm there every single Saturday, every single Monday.
Right.
And I'm going, no, it is not that at all. You can do so many different things here. Mm-hmm. So kind of touch on that. For people who are looking for something to do and stay engaged in the community.
I just read a report, and it talked about longevity, and it had to do with people, their age and retirement and what leads it. And there were 7 or 8 things there you might imagine, exercise and that. But the number one thing in that article was about maintaining social interaction. And that's what I tell people when I talk about volunteering, because they're looking for something to fill some of those hours that when they were working. So to your point, Phil, we have events. We really have become an event center here. The museum here is a unique thing for a town of this size, frankly.
Just let me throw in, we did over 250 events last year alone, and this year we're on target to blow that out of the water.
And then the other thing that people don't know, they're surprised, is the field trip, educational things we offer during the daytime. So for a lot of people that want to volunteer, they maybe don't want to go out at night and drive. And then so they're out during the day, they can help us. There are just so many different opportunities available in the museum for them to do things. But I think the important thing is, and we had our meeting yesterday, our quarterly meeting, it's the social interaction of all those people getting together and chatting and catching up with what's been going on, because there are volunteers that I don't see because they're doing different events than I do, as an example.
And literally, we could not stay open. We could not without the volunteers. We have about 35 or so active volunteers.
Very active.
But I want to just remind people, I want to keep emphasizing this. Maybe you want to be part of our events and just greeting people. Maybe you want to work in the store. Maybe you want to help maintain the cars in the garage. Maybe you want to go ahead and be part of the educational component for an hour or so on a field trip. There is literally something for everybody to do, and you're not committed. It's not to say I got to do every 4 hours. Yeah, it'd be nice if you did that once a month. But maybe you just want to go be on the list to be called for an event. You call people all the time and say, we have a concert next week. We have a speaker series. We have something. Would you be interested in coming in and being a greeter, right?
Right. And we have a new offering coming up. It's actually an old offering we're regenerating, and I guess would be the right word, and that's the Ambassador Program. And those are people that would just come in. We have 5 galleries with automobiles in them. The opportunity to walk around, and those are being refreshed all the time as well. To be able to walk around and just interact with people who might be walking around, welcoming them, saying hello, answering questions they might have. You know, we have the formal docent tours every day at 1:30, but this is different. This is people just walking around, making people feel welcome, and frankly, keeping an eye on the galleries.
Right.
But also just going around and getting a chance to talk to people. I find every time I walk out of the office over there or anywhere I'm not in the area where I'm working, I will stop and chat with people, and they always appreciate the interaction.
I love to do that once in a while. One of the things I like to do, and actually I'll just kind of share it with you. It's just a reaction. I know it's not nice, but usually I'll have my badge on saying who I am at the museum. But sometimes I don't, and it looks like I just woke up and fell out of bed. And I'll walk around and I'll see families, and if they're really polite and they're really enjoying a particular car, I'll take the rope down and say, "Would you want to get in? Take a picture next to it." Then I'll go, if you want to sit in it. Now, our policy is you don't sit in any of the cars, you don't touch the cars, except for like one photo car. We're going to have a second photo car. But once in a while, I'll take the rope down and I'll put them in. They're very, very grateful. And I say, this is a special thing. And then as I'm putting the rope back, I go, I hope you don't get in any trouble because I don't work here. I just thought this would be cool.
Oh, my God. They're like, who's this guy?
Their face just drops. And then, I'm sorry, I know that's not nice, but I only do that when I think I get it wrong.
Well, I'll tell you, Phil, you touch a key point, and that is you'll see people, particularly older folks like me, trying to take a selfie, the two of us, and I'll stop and say, would you like me to take a picture of the two of you with that car? And that touch alone sets us apart, I think, as we walk through the thing. I do want to comment, Phil has a habit that I have not been able to get him to break.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
There's can we insert a commercial here?
Yeah, there's a picture of Bill Harrah on the wall in the museum. It was probably taken, I'm guessing, 1973-4. It's got a big wide lapel check suit on, and he tells people that's my high school graduation picture.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's not me, Phil.
That's not you, but I saw you wearing that same jacket last week.
I do have that same suit.
It's going to come back into style again pretty soon.
100%.
No, but on that note, isn't it funny when you see a picture, just digress for a second, you'll see a picture and you can go, I know exactly that was the 70s, or I know that was the 80s. The hair was curly, you had
bell bottoms.
Just
bell bottoms.
Yes.
I remember my mom came home and she was so proud one day, and I might have shared this before, but it was like, what do you call it? Velvet or velvet pants. Like that
corduroy.
Corduroy, yeah, but this was
like a velveteen kind of thing.
Velveteen. And it looked like something you see on the Osmond Show or the Jackson 5 at the very bottom. It was like 5 feet wide, and she was so great. And then she just topped it off with a Levi outfit, matching jacket and pants, not blue, orange.
Of
well,
course.
they weren't good bell
Even
bottoms.
then, I didn't think it looked good.
Phil, they weren't good bell bottoms unless you took 3 steps before they moved.
Yeah, no, I can see that. But it's funny, you look back, and I guarantee people who are listening right now are looking back at some of their photos, and at the time, we said, oh, we look good. No, we go, what the heck were we thinking with that hairdo?
Now looking back, yes.
Speaking of looking back, we've had 2 concerts already. Great great sellout concerts. We got some more coming. But I am intrigued by the first time ever, and probably last time ever, the opportunity to go to the drive-in theater over in Sparks.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it later, but let's talk about it right now because this is on my bucket list. It's going to be August 28th. So if you guys get a piece of paper, write this down. August 28th, we are going to reenact the movie Grease. We're going to be having it at the drive-in down at Sparks. We're going to show the movie Grease. But you remember the whole Sha-Na-Na band?
Yep.
We have the band coming. We have hired Papa Clutch in the Shifters, and anybody who knows them in the area, they've been playing for a long time. They're going to be playing all that music under the screen, band, food. And the cool thing is we're going to give prizes. We want as many people as possible to get dressed up in character and have their 50s or 60s outfits on, bring their cars, and we're going to give awards. And Mike, what's the important thing they should know?
The important thing they should know about that, well, first, 2 or 3 things. Number one is how many people can you get in the trunk of your car? Because we're charging $30 a car. And we joked the other day about a GMC Denali. You can get a lot of people in one of those cars.
Yeah, so you can fit as many people as you want in your car, but we just want you to come. I guarantee you're going to say this is the best, the most fun you've had it forever.
Here's the deal. This is a once in a long time opportunity, if not a lifetime, for people to bring grandkids and little kids that will not see a drive-in theater in their lifetime as adults. Because we all go back, those of us that are older, and that was a routine part of our life. They're gone. The only reason there's one here in Reno still is they do weekend swap meets. Yeah. But when you look at that property, it looks to me like a nice big condo. Yeah. And I think that if for people that are listening to this today, grab the kids, get the grandkids, bring them over. You may be seeing a piece of history that you can share a memory that they'll never have.
You're going to walk in the door. You're going to be like you're back in time on Back to the Future. Everyone's going to be dressed up, have a good time. But again, it's a family event. Food, dancing, and then we're going to show the movie at sunset. It's going to be great. We're going to back in time. Just reminded me, I wrote this down before we went on the air. I was thinking, we're talking about a back button. Can I just switch gears for a second?
Sure.
So for those of you who are listening, have you ever had those moments when you or your significant other had said something and you're like slow motion and you're trying to stop them going, no. Wouldn't it be amazing if you just had a back button that you say something to somebody and you're going, the minute you're saying the words, you're going, oh, stop.
Yes, I need that.
Stop
immediately.
We all need what I call the 7-second delay.
Oh, absolutely.
In other words, like the radio station here has, because I am guilty of that. I try to think, is this going to advance humanity at all? And probably not. And sometimes it gets out, and as you say, as I hear the words coming out, I think, did I say that out loud?
Did I say, sound like Urkel, did I say that?
Did I say that?
You say it good.
Thank you.
But it's so funny. We can all relate to that. And the other thing, after the show, sometimes I'll say to Terry or Jasmine, I'll go, I have no idea. I came up with words that I've never used in my entire life, made no sense at all. And now you're both like used to me, so you just kind of smile. And sometimes I'll just call myself out and I go, you just heard what I said. I said, you didn't understand. You both go, no. I go, you didn't say anything. No, we just went with it. I said, it didn't make any sense. I know, but we just went with it, Phil.
So, hey, do we have any room left in those 2 concerts at all for tickets?
We do. So
sorry to change subjects.
No, it's good. It's good. Thank you for getting me back on task. Our next concert, the 28th is big. So go to the website, automuseum.org, and learn more about that. You just mentioned the first one was the Eagles tribute. We sold out. Jimmy Buffett tribute. We sold out. The Beatles tribute is August 29th. We will sell out. We're more than halfway sold already. And then the last concert of the summer is September 9th, and that's with Creedence Clearwater Revival tribute. And that's, again, you bring your lawn chair. You're sitting out on the patio between the building and the Truckee River, right next to the National Automobile Museum. We open up the museum to enjoy all the cars and the Kids Activity Center until intermission. You know every song and you're dancing. We had food trucks and refreshments there. It's just fun, and it's a family. our volunteers. That's one of the activities they could help us with, and
we do membership,
and
they help us, corral the people and get everybody in and get them organized. And and the volunteers absolutely love the event. We do not have trouble getting volunteers for those events.
That's what we
not
like
at
to
all.
hear.
And I want to remind people that you're not committing. Come down, talk to Mike, go through like a little 30-minute little walkthrough with us and with Mike, and just kind of learn more about what we do. So real quick, we got maybe a minute or so left. Mike, you also go out on the road and you talk about what we do. I mean, you talk about the museum. So talk about, if anyone's listening, if you're an organization, church, or Lions Club, any type of organization, you go out and you talk.
If you're looking for a speaker, if you've got an HOA or any group, Rotary, doesn't matter what it is, we're happy to come out and chat and tell them about the opportunities. More importantly, along with the opportunities for volunteering, we give them an update on everything that's gone on in the museum, which, by the way, in the last 6 months is probably more significant than anything in the last 40 years, I would argue.
Big changes.
Big changes. Remodeling, cars changing, bringing it into a more current event place for the cars. I'm speaking now of the cars that are coming, that are planned. So we are willing to come out and chat, whether it's a 10-minute presentation or you'd like a 40-minute, we'll do whatever you want. And by the way, just something that we like to do to promote volunteerism, which is important, and the value, frankly, to what this museum brings to the city. One of the things that people I don't think realize is the numbers of people that we bring in throughout the year with conventions and everything. We contribute massively to the economy.
We do. We had about 120. We're on target for about 125,000 people to come through the museum. That's a lot of people to come through us. We were voted number one TripAdvisory. We were voted top 5 automobile museum in the country. And you know the thing I get for people who lived here most of their life? I talk to them. I haven't been there
I didn't know it existed.
Prom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since my prom, and I go, okay, there's always one person that says that.
That's right.
And I'm going, okay, it has changed so much. You said a number, and I want to, my personal goal, and actually I've hit it, is every 90 days I have a new exhibit. It might be one new car, or it might be a display on Jack Johnson, it might be something about the Fast and Furious, but every 90 days I'll have at least one new exhibit there or one new educational thing that we can communicate to the world.
The other thing, Phil, if I may interrupt, you've been putting up, Kathy's been doing a great job as curator. A lot of the paintings and things since the building was painted inside for a time was kind of bare looking. It really looks good now, including the restrooms have decor.
Yep. Yeah, we even got cool restrooms.
Nice.
Yes, we even got that bright neon green that was really popular back in 1989. That is gone.
Gone.
Mike, final words, wisdom. What would you like to share with the people who are listening?
I just think for the people that are listening, if you haven't been there, I thought what you were going to say is I've had people say I've never been here, and I've lived here 30 years.
I get that too.
All the time.
Yes.
If you haven't been to the museum, please come as a guest. Come on in. Our rates, you can't, you said a comment the other day, Phil, that struck me. He said, for the cost of a companion membership, I went and bought gas the other day, and it cost me more to put gas in your car.
In my Honda
Yes.
Fit.
In your Honda Fit for a year membership at the museum for a couple. That caught my attention.
It's cost me $70 to fill up my car.
$60 for a companion membership for a year.
And that's 2 people to get into the museum as much as they want throughout the year, and you get discounts to our concerts, our events, our family days.
Guests with them, half price, 10% off at the store. One last comment, the store is changed radically. It is such an improvement, and the gentleman that works on that's done an extraordinary job. So we have a great selection of things that are museum related. So I guess my final thing would be, if you haven't been to the museum, come on down. We've got information there for if you're interested in a membership locally. You can reach out. We can send you an application if you want to do that. But call us and we'll talk more about it.
I want to throw one last thing in. Thank you. So it's not. I want to remind people that you don't just have to love automobiles. Maybe you just love history, historical things. I'm on the History Channel constantly, biography. You like technology, but it's a great thing for grandparents out there or ones who have little children. So our 3,000 square foot activity center is fully interactive. And we just did a partnership with Pixar/Disney, and we have Jackson and Storm Tomater's there, Lightning McQueen is there, and the
so
kids
fun.
love it. So you could take your grandchild, your young one, 3 or 4, every single day. We have families that do a family membership, and they come in almost every single day because you build cars, design cars, race cars, or take pictures with some of the most iconic cars figures there are.
Yes, especially now in the summer when everybody has time, right before school starts, they get to go have a nice little time with their grandparents or their parents and just learn new things. And,
It's a fun way. Get them off the couch, get them off the Xbox or whatever they're doing. And then we have partnerships right next door at the shore, our Bertha's. We have partnerships. You can grab something to eat right there, make a full day of it. And then we have an amazing movie theater, and we'll be sharing next week because we're going to be showing some movies the last week or so of summer. So when parents are saying, okay, I have run out of things to do, I'm going to go take them, let them work off some energy, go watch a movie. We'll put the Cars movie on in there or one of the Disney movies and just enjoy it.
It's interesting. I'm not sure who on your staff came up with the idea of birthday parties, but I want to make a comment. It's a home run, and we have brochures there. People come in and they ask for the brochure, and we have birthday parties often twice, Saturday and a Sunday, and they bring in, we've got a couple of places they can dedicate to. We have the movie theater, we have a game area, but the other thing that's happened, and we probably need to promote this, Phil, we haven't talked about it, is guys my age having catered birthday parties back in Gallery 5.
Yeah.
We've had some really nice events for older people, and they've brought in the catering company and had a first-class birthday.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up about the birthday parties. So, again, along that same tone, we have had probably at least 2 birthdays a week, probably 4 a weekend right now. And the best part of it, the feedback we're getting is they're not just sitting on a chair, that we do all the work. They come in, they play in the activity center. They have plenty of things to do, drive, build, design. They can go watch a movie for part of it. They can go have a scavenger hunt. They do some picture ops with the Cars characters. And the best part is, what? We clean it up. We clean up the mess.
And you know what else? They don't have to use a catering service. They can bring in a cake and whatever things they think.
They bring in their food and cupcakes, whatever they need, and then again, most important thing is we clean up the mess.
We clean it up when they're gone.
Yes.
Yep, and they can do pizza and all those things, and it's great. So, all right, we're going to take a commercial break here in a segment. Mike, thank you very much for coming on board.
Having me.
Thank you for everything you do. Very, very grateful, my friend. And actually, I think we should put a little plaque in Carl's Jr. where we first met many years ago.
That's right. It has been a while.
It has been a while. Thanks, Mike. We're going to take a quick break, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more What Drives Reno on 1060 AM KFOY, Radio for America.
I'm having my birthday at the National Automobile Museum. They have this cool birthday zone with Mater and Lightning McQueen. And their brand new Children's Activity Center has fun games like Junior Engineering Studio, Lego Building, an interactive car wash, and a lot more too. They even have a theater where we can watch a movie or play Mario Kart. I even get my own birthday t-shirt.
Book your child's ultimate birthday party today at the National Automobile Museum. Visit automuseum.org/events.
Looking for a venue for your next event? The National Automobile Museum can host any event in a variety of venues to choose from. Have an awards ceremony in the 157-seat theater or select one of several themed galleries for a business luncheon or banquet. Guests will love the 16,000-square-foot Riverside Pavilion, complete with outdoor bar, heaters, and fire pits. Everything you need, including chairs, linens, staging, and AV equipment, are also available. Go to automuseum.org for details.
We're back with more What Drives Reno, presented by the National Automobile Museum in downtown Reno. And now here's your host, Phil MacDougall.
All right, Reno, we're back. You're on What Drives Reno, and this show is made possible by the National Automobile Museum. Give you a little teaser. Jasmine, remember our little section? I think you named it called Worthless Wisdom.
Oh, yes.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Yes, we're gonna put that segment in a little later.
Okay.
I know people are just sitting by their radios, just can't wait for this worthless information. I'm going to give you a little tidbit here just in case, just to whet the appetite. Again, I can't even say it with a straight face. Do you know it would take nearly a month to drive to the moon 60 miles an hour?
A month? I can drive
a month, 60 miles an hour. Again, not really relevant information in the world we live in, but kind of a cool thing. Much cooler, much more interesting information is our next guest, Adam Heinz. He is the Chief Operating Officer at REMSA. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to kick off with a story about your first car. And if there's anything in addition to your first car, maybe a story you want to share with us, we'd love to hear.
Well, it was definitely not the car that I had envisioned, but I was very grateful for it. 1986 Ford Tempo, gold in color.
Okay.
Hand me down from my grandma, so it had the scent, it had the cloth covers, kind of a odor of somebody that smoked. And as you could imagine, Phil, being 16, it was a bit of a challenge when you wanted to go on a date with a Ford Tempo.
It wasn't really just bringing the crowd, huh?
It didn't. In addition, again, I was grateful for it, but the transmission slipped at times. The air conditioning didn't work. And so that baby, I rode it for a year or so and then moved up.
But I mean, tell you the truth, at 16, did we really care? We wanted a car just to get around. I mean, I'm from back east originally, and I've joked in the past on the show that I had a little MG. And Boston, they put salt on the road. I could literally see the ground right underneath me. I mean, it didn't matter to me, though, because I could get downtown. I didn't need a ride. And every time I wanted to ride somewhere, my sister would charge me some ridiculous fee just to take me down somewhere. So I had freedom.
That's totally true.
And it didn't help me. I had a similar car, but we had freedom and it was good.
That's right.
Any other stories you want to share just between us? No one else is listening?
I can't really think of it. When I do.
I can tell there has to be one.
I don't think it's not salacious. I do know that, so I had the option of driving my mom's minivan, Aerostar minivan. And I think I definitely was on the road back, circa early 90s. When I was about 13 years old. So if you saw a minivan with a little kid driving around Carson City.
That was you.
Oh, my God.
That was me.
What's the statute of limitations?
I know.
Yeah, I checked it.
I think we're good.
And we're good.
Right.
We're good.
Well, Adam, thank you. Most people can literally, when they come on the show, they tell us the color of the car. They tell us some interesting fact. I always joke, I don't remember what I had for breakfast, but I remember that car. And most people do, too. Most people, like yourself, never had their first car for more than a year or so. Either an older brother took it away, it was punishment, or it just didn't last that long. But thank you for sharing, and thank you for taking the time to come down here. So when most people think about REMSA, though, I think they think about in terms of calling 911. What does the actual organization do day to day? Can you kind of share with our listeners? We know the name, but maybe they just don't truly understand everything that goes behind it.
Well, that's actually something that I'm incredibly proud of. This year is our birthday. We're 40 years old. We've been in the community since 1986.
Congratulations.
So 40 never looked so good, in my opinion. But I'm very proud of the fact that when somebody in our community has a medical emergency, they don't say call an ambulance or call EMS or, they say call REMSA. And so we're very proud, and that's also a privilege. And a lot of people don't know. They obviously see our ambulances around town. A lot of them are at gas stations and supermarkets and on scenes of calls. But a lot of people don't know that care starts when somebody calls. When you call 911 in our community and you are transferred over to REMSA and you get a medically trained dispatcher, care starts with that person. And so having served in this community for 25 years next year as a paramedic, I can tell you that we get a lot of calls for choking. Mm-hmm. Many times when we arrive on scene, that obstruction had been relieved because of the instructions of the dispatcher. And so whether it be CPR, even delivering, in fact, this morning we have an internal We have an internal social media for our team members, and we were just celebrating one of the dispatchers that helped deliver a baby over the phone. And obviously all the work was done by the mom, but the dispatcher was there to help support the mom and the dad, and that baby is very healthy. So a lot of people don't see that. The other thing is when you call 911 in our community, because REMSA Health is regionalized, there's a lot of talk about fire regionalization, police regionalization just recently in the news. REMSA's been regionalized for 40 years. Anytime you call, you're going to get the closest appropriate EMS resource, whether that be a paramedic ambulance if you're complaining of some sort of high acuity complaint like chest pain, you're having a stroke, somebody's not breathing, or if you have a minor complaint. We know that there are many people that can't get to the hospital, so they call the ambulance service to help them. They may not know. They're not medically trained. We wouldn't expect them to. And so we have the ability to respond, provide care, and triage them, maybe using an EMT or a advanced EMT ambulance so that we preserve the resources for emergency. So those are a lot of things. You know, you just see the ambulance on the streets, but it's a lot more.
Well, can I just touch base on that? Because I know, I guarantee you listeners have the same thought. When I know I have a REMSA person on the phone, it is an automatic,
Yep.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like, okay, I have someone there, and they're giving me information. I think it is so important what you just said, because I personally have experienced this with people in my family, that before the ambulance arrived, the person that was on the phone saved them, gave them life-saving information and guidance to help them until professionals got there.
Totally true. And in fact, this last week, we had an incident where there was a car crash that was near up to the Oregon border. And there are other agencies that respond to that, but we also have CareFlight is a division of REMSA Health, and so CareFlight was responding to that. And while CareFlight was responding, our medically trained dispatcher was on the phone talking to that family, which had involved children, for nearly 43 minutes, providing that lifeline. And sometimes we get people on the other side that are frustrated. They're like, just send the ambulance. Know that once we have your address, on average, we have an ambulance headed your way within 16 seconds. So one person's talking to you on the phone. It's difficult because you're calling, you're panicked, you may have not experienced 911. It's maybe the worst day of your life. And when somebody is telling you the address, another dispatcher is sending that closest unit to you. So just know, when you have an emergency in our community, we have you covered.
That's an amazing response time. Can you just touch base on that real quick? The only way you could do that is, I'm assuming you have places throughout that you have on call, positioned strategically.
That's right. So we actually use, we kind of were tapping into AI before AI was cool. We use a system, it's called Marvelous. It's from the Bradshaw Company. And that's not a plug to them, but it's just been a partner of ours for a long time that helps us by looking at historical data and helping us plan where we put ambulances. We know that in our community, unlike fire stations where, houses don't move. And so they're pre-planned as houses are built or buildings are built, people do move. And so our deployment plan is such that moves with people. And so you will see our crews out at gas stations or supermarkets or in different areas of the community, and that changes. We know that there are going to be more calls on the highway at 5 o'clock and at 7 o'clock in the morning when there are commuting hours, and so we adjust accordingly so that we can make those response times, which is part of our commitment to the community.
I'm going to use that back button that I was referring to earlier. I forgot to ask, it's probably the most interesting part of a lot of these interviews is like, what got you into EMS or public safety? Did you know at a younger age that this is what I want to do? Did you just have this calling, or how did it all come about?
Actually, every year for Halloween, except one year, I was a vampire. I
remember that.
Yeah, that one year, I was a doctor, and so I was going to be a doctor, and so I graduated from Carson High School. I was the first class to get the Millennium Scholarship. I think it was a lot less stringent back then, so I was able to get a lot of scholarships, and I went to UNR, and I was going to be a doctor. And during that time, I had a little bit extra money, and I went to TMCC, and I did my EMT. I worked at Wild Island. I worked at Washoe Med. And then finally, I got hired with REMSA. And I have been there almost 25 years. I kind of dropped the doctor thing. I took physics, and it was super hard. It was like early in the morning. And here we are. I went to paramedic school, and I worked the streets as a paramedic for a long time.
That's no easy task.
Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, obviously we see people on some of the worst days of their life and they depend upon us. But for me, you're outside, it's diverse. you're autonomous, and you really are able to connect with people, and that was important. So I'm very proud of what I'm doing now.
We couldn't, believe me, first responders, REMSA, I think
Seriously.
people take it for granted. They see the brand, but they don't realize the organizations behind it until their worst day of their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And I've had so many stories of people that have had just amazing experiences with your resources, your team. So thank you very much for what you do. For people who are listening right now, what would you like them to know about REMSA that they might not know?
You know, I think one of the things that is just more recently, we have a franchise agreement. And so there's a lot of sometimes opinions about franchises where that's sometimes synonymous with a monopoly. And it really is not. A franchise agreement is not something that is imposed on a community. Really, we are a partner. We are an essential service that's here to provide care. And this last franchise agreement that worked to modernize some of the things in which REMSA is held accountable for. So we report to the District Board of Health. The District Board of Health has representation from the City of Reno, City of Sparks, Washoe County. They have physicians. So they have a lot of different people that are wanting to ensure that our citizens receive the highest level of care. And this last iteration of the franchise was a result of 20 months. It seemed like a lot more. It seemed like years. I mean, that is more than 1 year of work between people at the county, the city, the different first response agencies, so that when somebody calls, they know it's not just REMSA making up when we're going to respond and how we're going to respond. Really, we are meeting different benchmarks, and we are reporting them transparently so that people have confidence in what we do. And, I don't expect people when they call for their loved one to think anything other than we have you covered, and you will receive a clinically excellent, compassionate person to respond to your house. And by the way, a lot of the times we get painted with a brush that we receive tax funding. And REMSA for 40 years, it's a unique model, for 40 years has been the nonprofit first response ambulance service in our community, and we intend to continue to do that.
Nonprofit.
Wow.
Nonprofit.
Incredible.
I guarantee you most people don't know that.
Don't know that.
They don't.
No.
They don't.
So if you're like us, the National Automobile Museum, you know how many millions of dollars we get every year in grants and funding as the National Automobile Museum? Zero.
Yeah.
But they think of us as that way. I guarantee you people listening, that's the first time they knew that. I realized it. A nonprofit organization.
Yes.
That's great. We just need to
Incredible.
emphasize that kind of
Yes.
information. There's people that don't know that. They have different perceptions, and thank you for clarifying it.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of the important things about that is when you call 911, REMSA Health doesn't say, 911, how are you going to pay? We take care of you. We say, 911, where do you need help, right? And we will continue to do that. And, it requires us to be stewards of the money. So when you call in our community, you are only charged a bill if you are transported to the hospital. And so that means that every single day, on average, we respond to about 280 calls for service, of which we transport 190. So that delta in between there, almost 100 patients, receives no bill, but they receive care. And we take people regardless of their insurance status or whether they're going to pay us back, to the tune of almost $10 million a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Adam, if you have a couple of extra minutes, we're going to take a commercial break, but I want to have you come back. I want to just wrap up with a few important questions, okay?
Great.
All right. Take a quick break.
We'll be back with more What Drives Reno on 1060 AM KFOY, Radio for America.
Looking for a venue for your next event? The National Automobile Museum can host any event in a variety of venues to choose from. Have an awards ceremony in the 157-seat theater or select one of several themed galleries for a business luncheon or banquet. Guests will love the 16,000 square foot Riverside Pavilion, complete with outdoor bar, heaters, and fire pits. Everything you need, including chairs, linens, staging, and AV equipment, are also available. Go to automuseum.org for details.
I'm having my birthday at the National Automobile Museum. They have this cool birthday zone with Mater and Lightning McQueen. And their brand new Children's Activity Center has fun games like Junior Engineering Studio, Lego Building, an interactive car wash, and a lot more too. They even have a theater where we can watch a movie or play Mario Kart. I even get my own birthday t-shirt.
Book your child's ultimate birthday party today at the National Automobile Museum. Visit automuseum.org/events.
We're back with more What Drives Reno, presented by the National Automobile Museum in downtown Reno. And now here's your host, Phil MacDougall.
Okay, Reno, we're back, and we're here with Adam Heinz. He is the Chief Operating Officer at REMSA. And before we went to break, we were just talking about how you're a 501c3, but since you don't get any taxpayer support, how do you make it all work?
You know, it's a challenge, and every single day we are looking at different ways to ensure that we can continue to reinvest in the people that provide the service and the equipment that's necessary for the community. As a private nonprofit organization, we have the ability, we don't have any shareholders. We have a volunteer board of directors, many of which is made up of executives from the health systems in our community, and they have the ability to provide it with some insight. And more recently, we have looked at donations or philanthropy to continue to fund certain arms of our organization. So, for instance, the Pennington Foundation recently graciously provided us funds not only for one helicopter, but another one so that we can continue to serve rural Nevada, bring the ICU to you. And I know we didn't really get into what we do on CareFlight, but, reimbursement is extremely complex, and it's not getting any it's not going to be easier. We see more and more people in our community that are previously insured that may be falling off insurance for many different reasons. We may see individuals that are calling us that may be sicker. And so that's why I think it's important for us to have in our community a nonprofit organization like REMSA Health that is committed to providing that care regardless of your ability to pay, regardless of whether or not your acuity or the complaint of your medical condition is such that rises to what we would believe is an ambulance is needed.
You just say, how can I help?
How can we help?
You don't worry about all the numbers. You just worry about the service. That's the great part about it.
That's right. That's right. Every day we have, so REMSA Health has 600 men and women that provide care to the community, and every day that's their commitment, is to be out in the streets, and when you call, we will be there.
Right. So in the last minute or so, are there certain things that you want to share with our audience, things that people might be surprised to know or learn about REMSA?
Most recently, we just actually celebrated our 100,000th call for service, and that is, as REMSA Health, many know that we cover the entire county of Washoe County, outside of Gerlach and some of the sovereign nation. But we're here to support those that work, that play, that live, that love this community. In addition, every single day, in fact, every 30 minutes, somebody is trained in CPR from REMSA Health, and that makes our community more healthy. We're more than wheels and rotors, right? We are a nonprofit organization that does not take tax money, that is here to provide care. And we're looking at innovative ways. We know that more people are calling 911 for things, and we have to be able to manage it. And through, whether that be through our mobile integrated health program that takes a look at some of the individuals that access 911 frequently. There are times where we will respond on somebody multiple times a day, and it is our job to find different pathways so that we preserve ambulances for emergencies. That's our job.
That's a whole bunch.
That's in a day.
And that's just in one day.
Yeah.
So my life's pretty depressing compared to all
I
that.
know,
all
seriously.
the good things that you guys do. Adam, thank you very much for being on this show. Very, very, very grateful for everything that you and your organization does. If people want to donate money, if they want to learn more, do they just go to the website? Is it just REMSA?
REMSAhealth.com.
Perfect. Adam, thank you very much. Grateful for everything you do, and hopefully this sheds a little light on your organization, answers some questions, and just shows how much we need you in this town, in this community, in this region. So thank you for everything. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
We'll be back with more What Drives Reno on 1060 AM KFOY, Radio for America.
I'm having my birthday at the National Automobile Museum. They have this cool birthday zone with Mater and Lightning McQueen. And their brand new Children's Activity Center has fun games like Junior Engineering Studio, Lego Building, an interactive car wash, and a lot more too. They even have a theater where we can watch a movie or play Mario Kart. I even get my own birthday t-shirt.
Book your child's ultimate birthday party today at the National Automobile Museum. Visit automuseum.org/events.
Looking for a venue for your next event? The National Automobile Museum can host any event in a variety of venues to choose from. Have an awards ceremony in the 157-seat theater or select one of several themed galleries for a business luncheon or banquet. Guests will love the 16,000-square-foot Riverside Pavilion, complete with outdoor bar, heaters, and fire pits. Everything you need, including chairs, linens, staging, and AV equipment, are also available. Go to automuseum.org for details.
We're back with more What Drives Reno, presented by the National Automobile Museum in downtown Reno. And now here's your host, Phil MacDougall.
Hi, everybody. This is Phil MacDougall back on What Drives Reno. I tried to do this a minute ago, and I said a completely wrong name for the show, but
okay.
That's just one of those days. But thank you very much for listening to us. We have some great guests here today. We're going to mix things up a little bit. I want to remind you of some of the events we talked about because they're really important, and they will sell out. So we talked about our concert series. The first two sold out. That was the Eagles, and then we had Jimmy Buffett tribute. So the next one is August 28th. Where is that, Jasmine?
Where?
You don't. Let me tell you where.
I know, exactly.
It's at the drive-in, and we have a drive-in. We're going to show the movie Grease. We're going to have a band. We're going to have food, and we're going to reenact that scene there from the famous movie Grease.
Yes.
We might even get the Grease Lightning car there that's currently at the museum. If I can figure a way to get it out there.
Yes.
And the most important thing that Mike brought up. Doesn't matter. You can fit as many people as you want in that car.
Yes.
But we want you to get your ticket because I don't know what it is. And I just noticing this. A lot of people kind of wait here to decide if they want to go or not.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like maybe there's something cooler to go to.
I know.
There is nothing cooler than this event.
Cooler.
So we're excited because we want you to get your tickets. We will sell out. Actually, we probably only have less than 100 tickets left already.
Wow.
And the game is, the concert for the Beatles isn't until the 29th of August.
Yeah.
So we will sell out. And then you're going to call me and ask me, please, Phil. And I'll say, okay, no, I cannot. No tickets for you. So that's one. And then also, I want to announce now, save the date. Now, this is something that I'm really excited about. It's November 7th. So most people in this area know. If they don't, I'm going to remind you that the National Automobile Museum was really founded based on Bill Hara's collection of automobiles. Bill Hara, icon. He was just a titan in the industry of gaming, car collector. When he passed, he had the largest private collection in the world, about 1,500 cars.
Wow.
And they were all in like immaculate condition. The rumor was that if he wanted a car from you, he got it.
He got that car.
Even if he had to buy your refrigerator, your couch, he would buy everything to get the one car. He'd buy 20 cars to get the one car he wanted. But he was very, very passionate about automobiles. So we are going to have a Hara reunion party. So everyone who has worked for Mr. Hara, any capacity, this is the Hara hotels, you blackjack dealer, you're back end, you're the front end, you do whatever you did in the organization, or you just have a passion to come down and have a good time and relive some of those stories. We're going to have some people that knew Mr. Hara, were part of the organization, tell some stories, a little roasting, a little fun, little roasting that will be up there. So it's going to be a dinner. It's going to be November 7th. We haven't put it on our website yet. It will be announced next week. And I had the pleasure, and we're going to be showing the video. I was very nervous doing this, let me tell you. So one of the people that we've been really supportive of the museum is Jay Leno. I was there about 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
I threw a Hail Mary pass out, and I said, would you consider allowing me to go down there and interviewing you just to talk about Mr. Hara? Because most people who know Mr. Hara knew that he was really, very close to the entertainers. The entertainers loved him. He treated them like gold.
Yes.
Even down like with Jay Leno told stories. We had 2 bathrooms. We had one for the significant other. We had everything. He says, and the food was amazing. And he picked you up in style.
Like royalty.
He lived like royalty. He really took care of them. And most people, if you know the story, you Google him. He had a place up in Tahoe that was like the coolest, the Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and the whole Rat Pack hung out at. And he'd pick you up, and he wanted to get up there in record time. He'd get his orange wagon that didn't go fast enough, so he took the engine out and put a Ferrari 365 in it just to get up the hill faster. But
that's the way to do it.
So I'm excited about that, but we're going to kick off with some stories. And I asked Mr. Leno if he would agree to me go down there and do an interview, and he said yes. I was trying to be calm on the phone, like he said yes. I'm going, well, that would be nice. We'll see if we can get our schedules. No.
And inside you're like,
thank you, Mr. Leno, thank you. But he agreed to let us do it. I flew down. His film crew did it all, and I have about an 18, 20-minute little interview with him, and he shares some great stories about Mr. Hara, his interaction, and how he was second or third string as far as the lineup, and it didn't matter. He was treated like gold. So when we announce it officially November 7th, we'll show that video clip, and I'm encouraging people who are listening, if they knew Mr. Hara, have some great stories, things they want to share. We're going to be taping some little videos between now and the event on the 7th at the National Automobile Museum, and we're going to pick some of those that we're going to showcase. So if you knew anyone who worked for him, you work for him, you have some funny stories that are, I don't need to be G-rated on this one, but any story is a good story.
Yes.
We're going to film you. Just let us know. And the way you do that is just contact the museum at automuseum.org or my email, which is phil@automuseum.org.
Beautiful.
We'll talk about that. All right. Should I get into worthless wisdom questions some more?
I think it's time.
It's time for that.
I think it's time, and I'm ready.
Where do I go? Were you ready for that?
I'm ready. I've been waiting.
Viewers here, so I think the audience has said it took 40 minutes for him to get to the highlight of the show. Now, just things that you probably never going to use, but you kind of go,
No, it's perfect for my next trivia night.
Next trivia night.
Yes.
So I'm going to do my best. So, okay, the world's first automobile race was in 1985 with a winning speed of, what would you guess? Winning speed.
1980.
I'm sorry. See, right away. 1895.
1895.
Boy, little mess up. 1895 was the world's first automobile race.
At that point.
And the winning speed at that time was what? Pressure's on you. If you get within 5 miles an hour, you get a free membership at the National Automobile Museum.
I have to get this.
Although if you don't, you give a donation in the amount of $1,000 to the National Automobile Museum.
Oh my gosh.
Pressure is on.
The pressure is real. I think 65 miles.
65. So the question was, what was the world's first automobile race was in 1895 with the winning speed, and you said 65 miles an hour?
Yes.
15 miles an hour. So on behalf of the National Automobile Museum, Jasmine, I'd like to thank you for a $1,000 donation. We'd be making a one payment or a 50-year payment plan.
I'm going to do a five payment a 5.
A 5?
Yeah, a 5-year payment plan.
Oh, 5-year payment plan. Okay. All right. So surprising, but 1895, probably not. All right. So Toyota is the largest car manufacturer in the world. how many Toyotas are approximately made every single day worldwide by Toyota? I just don't see how this is possible, but I did fact check it.
Worldwide.
How many would you think cars they make every single day?
Every day, probably like around 4,000.
Okay. You're a little closer.
Oh.
No, not really. No.
Oh. You got me
Toyota
there.
makes about 13,000 cars worldwide every day. Wow. How is that possible?
I don't even know. Where do you get the parts?
I'm surprised. And in contrary, Ferrari only makes a maximum of how many cars a day?
A day.
A day. Yeah, I'm really putting you on the spot here today.
Ooh, oh my gosh. I need it. This is really good for my car trivia. Oh my God. I say 5.
Okay. You're closer. They make 14 cars a day,
14?
Ferraris,
I'm like,
versus
I need to
13,000.
get more. My thought of expansion is not far enough, and I need
Well, I'm
to go
kind of putting you
further.
on the spot. I need some cue cards here. All right, so for our listeners, you guys can sit there in your kitchen, your living rooms, and you're going, I got this next one. What city has the most Rolls Royce per capita in the world?
Rolls Royce.
I am shocked at this one, too. There's certain cities that pop up. So any guesses? The city with the most Rolls Royces per capita in the world is?
Definitely London.
I would have thought like Monte Carlo or someplace.
Oh, Monte Carlo.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Doesn't make sense.
There's so many people there.
That's it. It's on the internet, so it must be true.
Yeah.
All right. Remember the movie Gone in 60 Seconds?
No.
No?
Sorry,
okay,
that's
it's
my
a little.
bad.
Yeah,
That's my
that was
bad.
made like 10 years ago, so probably.
Dang.
Now that was Nicolas Cage, and I believe who's that? I forget her name. Everyone's going to say they know the name. Brad Pitt's ex-wife was in it. She was a blonde. It'll come to us soon.
It will.
But
I have her face.
It's not really relevant to the question, but
Yeah.
Gone in 60 Seconds, they had a 40-minute chase scene that destroyed how many vehicles? I almost said it. In 40 minutes.
46.
Yeah.
It has to be like in 40.
90 vehicles they destroyed.
90.
I mean, can you just think of the cost of that? Because these are all ones that weren't just no engines. These are cars they just smashed.
Yes.
I think the record,
cars.
and someone's going to send me an email and say, you're wrong. But the Blues Brothers movie, I think they had the record for years. They just destroyed all those police cars. But
yeah.
have you seen that movie? No, I could tell no. Oh, classics. Classics.
I need to get on it.
All right, and I already mentioned it'd take a month to drive to the moon at 60 miles an hour, which I don't know if that's relevant or not. Not really earth-shattering. All right, 90% of drivers admit to singing in the car with a hairbrush microphone not included. I don't know what that means, but 90%. I believe this. 90% of us sing in the car.
Oh yeah,
and usually have a hairbrush as a microphone.
A hair. That's
surprising me.
That surprises me.
Just between us, what's your rock out song when no one's there? Do you have one that comes on the radio and you're just?
Oh my gosh, definitely. Right now, it's actually been on repeat. It's "I Will Survive."
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just been blasting in my car. I'm sorry, I shouldn't.
No, just do it. Give it a little chorus.
No.
All right, so I'm going to ask everyone to be really honest right now. How many people have just got in their car, their song came on, and they're just belting it out, and they think inside, I sound good. I think I'm great. Until they go in that tunnel and the music stops for about a millisecond and they hear their voice that's not overshadowed by the professional singer, and they go, oh God, that's
is that me?
It's me. That's me. Yeah, I kind of relate to that.
Happened to me a couple times.
All right, surprising. We got a couple more here. People, again, they're calling in saying, give me more questions.
We're giving them
in
too.
Tokyo, a bicycle is faster than a car for most trips, less than 50 minutes. I've lived in Japan. I believe that.
I've also lived in Japan, and I believe it.
So you know that.
Yeah.
Literally, get on a bicycle and you just go. China
Sometimes
the same
even
way.
walking.
Much quicker.
Yes.
And that is worthless wisdom for today. Not bad. Couple of good things in there. Surprise you. Maybe some trivia questions. In the last minute here, I want to remind people to go to our website, automuseum.org. I want to thank all of our guests that were on the show here today. I want to remind you that if you're looking for something fulfilling, you want to get out of the house, you want to try it, please come down and learn more about how you can be a volunteer at the museum. It could be 1 hour a month. It could be every Saturday. It could be every 6 months, whatever you like. But we want to remind you that there's so many opportunities and we need you, okay? So until next time, keep moving forward, keep supporting our community, and keep asking yourself, what drives Reno? I'm Phil MacDougall. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to What Drives Reno, presented by the National Automobile Museum in downtown Reno. For more information about the museum, head on over to our website, automuseum.org. We'll be back next Saturday at 11 a.m. with What Drives Reno on 1060 a.m. KFOY.